All right, and here we are covering January of 2023, my selling experience on TCGPlayer. This is going to cover the level 4 seller pro as well as TCGPlayer Direct. Now, for the first half of January, and this is really covering up until about the 20th, I was still a level 4 seller and I was also a pro seller as well. As a level 4 seller, I was on track to continue what I was doing month over month with doubling sales. December had doubled November. January was looking to double December. I was in here, I was getting 4 to 6 sales a day. On the weekends, I was getting anywhere from 8 to 15 sales. This is also the time where I needed to bulk up on my shipping supplies too. I needed to get a massive amount of envelopes of shipping shields, and just anything else that kind of all stamps as well. I was kind of going in, especially before the price increase as well. As for a pro seller, there was nothing really to report on this. This was more of kind of getting my name out there and trying to build up the brand. However, as you're going to see in the coming months here, there is going to be a rebrand from Not Constructed into a Magma family gaming or kind of experience like that, but just with cards instead of video games. Now, onto the TCG Direct. This is when I had, within the first couple of hours of it being turned on, I was warned that the sales were going to go crazy, and they did. I was checking my email all the time for TCGPlayer orders, and within those first 2 hours of this happening, every single time I checked the email, it was every few minutes orders were flying out. And within those first couple of hours, I did have to turn it off. I was just shy of where I was going to need a replenishment invoice, and I had gone live on a Thursday, and Friday would have been my first one that had to go through. So I had turned that off because I also had to adjust the pricing. When I was just the level 4 seller, I had no cards that were under 25 cents. So anything that was common, anything that was uncommon, anything that was like a 10-cent rare, those were all marked at 25 cents, and that was to make sure that if I was shipping out one of those cards, it was going to be worth my while for doing it. So I wasn't sending out like a 2-cent card with 99-cent shipping, then only getting a couple cents on that. So when I did adjust the pricing, I fixed it to where it needed to be. The first 2 days, I did turn it back on, and by that Monday, I was well over that threshold for the replenishment invoice. The replenishment invoices, those hit either after 2 weeks of your last direct order or after $300 worth of sales. So I was well beyond that, and then the sales numbers for just those first 2 days just crushed everything that I had seen before. For the first week, I had already had to refill my second replenishment invoice, but I did see a slowing of the sales because when I did adjust pricing the second time, I actually changed my shipping price from 99 cents to $1.99, and that was something that RNG Games had suggested in one of their videos, so that they're fulfilling less and kind of pushing people into the TCGPlayer Direct. Now, I did notice that early on with the first few sales of being on Direct, when I did adjust the price to 3 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents for cards, that I did get some of those sales that I had to fulfill. After I changed the shipping over to $1.99, now I have had probably only like 2 or 3 of those sales that were under $1. The sales that I'm getting directly myself are all in the at least anywhere from like the teens to 20s to $30 cards, because the people who are buying those don't care about the $2 shipping. That's just kind of added into it. But I finished up the second one and then noticed that sales are still steady, but they have slowed significantly with that change in the shipping and then adjusting the prices to match direct instead of matching the low on TCG Marketplace. Now, the lessons for January 2023, level 4 lessons is possible. This is definitely something that anyone can do. You kind of just have to be diligent, make some smart moves, and also stick with what you know and what feels right. Don't jump into a game that you don't know, that you have no clue about. Such as if you have played Magic forever, but you hear that such like One Piece is doing really well. Kind of look at the market first to see if it's something that one you want to get into, and then two, just make sure that you are not going to be stuck with a bunch of cards that you may not have any way to offload later on. Also, to have fun. That's really lessons for both of this, as well as all of selling on TCGPlayer. As for the direct lessons, organize it for sure, because I've had to reorganize the cards that I had here. I have 2 of the 3200 count boxes. When I first did it, I actually had it alphabetical by set, and then the cards, if they had a number, they were actually numbered. So Brothers War from Magic was numbered 1 through however many cards there are in the set. But when the replenishment invoice comes, it's coming through the release date for the set and then alphabetically. So I had to take all of the sections that I had organized numerically and change those all up so that those were alphabetical. The next one is where to source product, and this is both the shipping materials as well as just inventory, like how to get it. I definitely found that there are some sealed products that really do work with this, but that's not something that you can kind of count on. Opening packs is always a gamble, especially starting out. If you are a higher level, like if you are a store, or if you do have the income for that, definitely you can go ahead and crack some cases open and you will be making your money back on that. However, for someone like myself, it makes more sense for me to go out and look for collections. To either jump on like Facebook Marketplace, onto Mercari, onto eBay, and kind of see just what's out there. I know there's a lot of other really great tips out there too, and I might cover some of those later on. And as for this, also new shipping materials, new methods. You're going to need the BCW boxes. For myself, the USPS. I've been using the small flat rate boxes as well as the envelopes as well. So that's definitely something that you're going to need to look into. And so with that, thank you so much for taking a listen, for hanging out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I look forward to covering more topics on TCGPlayer as well as just different markets. Great day.